Hello friends, this is Dr. Jyoti Saxena and I welcome you again in my new video, Nanotechnology in Combating the Climate Change, under my YouTube channel Biotech Made Easy. Climate change is a buzzword these days. It is a broader term used for the changes which are taking place in the climate of Earth, or it can also be said that climate change is a long-term shifts in temperature and weather condition. Although it can be natural also, but the climate change which we are observing these days is because of uncontrolled human activities. It can be observed at local, regional as well as global scale. At all levels it can be seen. The climate change impacts are not uniform across the globe, but they can vary region to region. The adverse effects of climate change are many. It includes extreme weather conditions, rising sea levels, you can see melting glaciers, also the biodiversity losses there, and because of that many of the species are going to be extinct soon. And it also has ill effects on the human health, so lots of adverse effects are seen. Fossil fuel burning leads to around 68% of global greenhouse gas emission. Climate change can be called as the biggest crisis or the biggest challenge of our time, as it has wide range and severe impacts around the globe, which are most of the time irreversible. So this is a big threat these days. And yes, it should be taken seriously so that timely actions are taken to address this problem. In fact, the work is going on at government level in the form of different agreements and policies, etc. And also at the scientist level, who are developing different techniques to find a solution. And nanotechnology can offer a potential innovative solution. Now, in this particular diagram, you can see the applications of nanotechnology in combating the climate change. So, there are many roles which it can play in bioremediation, renewable energy, green architecture, sustainable agriculture, environmental monitoring, and carbon capturing. And we'll discuss all of these one by one. Cleaning the environment or bioremediation. So this is very important application. Nanotechnology can play a substantial role in environmental remediation or cleaning up of the different ecosystems like air, water and soil. Nanoparticles, they break down the harmful chemicals present or the organic pollutants, and these particles work very efficiently because of their large surface area and high reactivity. These nanoparticles can play the role of game changers, and up to certain extent the damage which has already been done can be reversed or reduced. Different examples are nano iron particles, titanium dioxide nanoparticles, nanoporous membranes. These are all advanced nanomaterials which can help in bioremediation very well. Besides, there are several nanosensors that can be used for monitoring the cleanup process, and they can detect and quantify the contaminants which may be present anywhere. So the next application is in carbon capturing. Carbon capture technique is to capture carbon dioxide emission from industrial processes. It can prevent carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere again, and also to store it underground or in soil, so it can be stored as well. And the nanomaterials can be used here for carbon dioxide sequestration. Nanomaterials, if used for the carbon capture, then they enhance the whole process due to their unique properties. These improve both the efficiency of carbon dioxide absorption and the conversion of carbon dioxide captured into useful products. And here you see up to 90% of carbon dioxide removal is possible here. Although the researches are going on to scale up the production and reducing the cost also, because right now the cost is very high. So the researches are going on. And the examples of nanomaterials are metal organic frameworks, graphene oxide membranes, and carbon nanotubes. These can be used in industries, power plants, and also in direct air capture system. Direct air capture system, in this technology, carbon dioxide is directly captured from the air. At any location you can do that, but it is still very costly technology. So these days a lot is talked about the renewable sources of energy. Uh, the fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas are traditional and non-renewable sources. These have been used since long time, since antiquity, and these are the cause of the pollution as well. Biofuels are considered as the alternative to the conventional fossil fuels, and these are produced from the organic matter, and the examples are bioethanol, biodiesel, biogas, biohydrogen. Biofuels are quite in demand these days, hence nanomaterials could be crucial for the improvement of total biofuel production yield, and nanomaterials contribute to the cost reduction also and environmental sustainability as well. Okay, solar energy is a renewable source of energy, and it can be converted into electricity using the solar panels. So these days, these panels are coated with nanomaterials. So that's how the nanotechnology comes in. And this nano coating is very beneficial as it enhances their efficiency and lifespan. It also reduces the accumulation of dust on the solar panel. So this is a very good technology which can be used. Nanomaterials used in batteries are nanosilicon, carbon nanotubes, graphene, lithium iron phosphate, nano cobalt oxide, nanoceramics, etc. Many of them are there. Wind energy is another renewable source of energy, but there are many problems like high maintenance is needed, corrosion problem is there, efficiency loss. This is also very common problem here. So wind turbines with engineered nanomaterials can be quite helpful. Okay, another field is sustainable agriculture. Climate change has negative impact on crops. Due to drought conditions, floods, and other extreme situations, the crops are damaged all the time, and soil is also eroded, and the soil moisture and the nutrients are affected because of this climate change, and plants also face the stress condition. So lower yield and productivity is observed. This is also very true that agriculture contributes to emission of greenhouse gases by livestock digestion, and also because of the use of the fertilizers in the field. It can result into 20 to 30% of the total emission, which is quite a lot. So nanotechnology can be advantageous in agriculture also. Nano fertilizers are designed in such a way that they release nutrients slowly and precisely. These nanoparticles can be absorbed by the plants more efficiently because they are very small in size, and that's why the less wastage is seen here. Another application is in formation of the nanopesticides. These nanopesticides can protect the crops, and they can be very useful as they are more efficient in delivering the active ingredient of the pesticide as compared to the normal pesticides. Yeah, they can boost the resistance to stress and pests because they act as barrier, and also they have a positive effect defense mechanism. Nanosensors have also been made, and they detect the diseases and the pathogens in quite early stage. So because of that, it helps the farmers. These sensors actually identify specific biomarkers like DNA or protein. So that's how they work. Okay, so the next is green and sustainable architecture, which is a kind of eco-friendly architecture. Global communities are shifting these days towards the sustainable architecture. Why? It is because, environmental concerns about the climate change and the pollution, which is increasing so much in the cities. So, because of all these reasons, we are shifting towards the sustainable architecture, and these buildings, which are formed or constructed under the sustainable architecture, they have economic benefit also. So, that can also be one reason. These days, the terms like green technology, clean technology, green energy, all these terms are becoming very popular. You can see it everywhere and anywhere. Nanotechnology can help even in this field also. In making the buildings, in making the smart homes, nanotechnology can work, and let's see how it can work. Nanomaterials are used for making the buildings more energy efficient. That is one use. Since these have better insulation and higher strength, so they may be very helpful, these nanomaterials. And then nanostructure materials or nanoparticles make eco-friendly coatings and composites, polymeric structures, nanoadsorbents, nanolubricants, solar cells, etc. And these all can be used for the sustainable architecture or for making the buildings. So here are some more examples of nanomaterials used in construction. Nano titanium dioxide can be used for air purification and self-cleaning material for the buildings. And silica aerogel nanoparticles and nano coating boards are used for making the high insulation windows. Then carbon nanotubes and nanosilica can be used for the tiles and long lasting structures for the building. And nano copper is resistant to erosion and or the corrosion, and nanoscale stainless steel is also formed these days, and that can be used for blocking the UV and sun rays. So see how many applications are there of nanotechnology in building construction. Nano solar panels are also used for generating the electricity, and that can be used for the charging of equipments also in the buildings. Then the next one is environmental monitoring and sensing. Different type of sensors are used here. A sensor, you all know, it's a device that can detect and record any specific change in its surrounding. And it is used to monitor the physical parameters, and these parameters can be the concentration, temperature, pressure, etc. So nanosensors are highly sensitive and they show better performance due to their superior surface reactivity and improved optical properties. So definitely these are better than the normal ones. And the examples are carbon nanotubes, silver nanoparticles, gold nanowires, magnetic beads, and these are all used for water quality monitoring. Similarly, for environmental and pollution monitoring, the molybdenum disulfide, nanoheterostructures, copper oxide, nanocomposite, chemical nanosensors, fluorescent nanosensor, these are all used. Zirconium based nanosensors and gold nanoparticles are used for the pesticide detection, whereas DNA nanosensor and silica nanoparticles are used for antibiotic detection. So you can see there are many type of biosensors which can detect different type of pollutants. Then there is toxicological concern. Actually, there are many toxicological problems associated with the nanotechnology. These particles have ability to enter into the human body. It can enter through the inhalation or the ingestion, and because of their small size, they reach into the blood stream, and then they are transported from one organ to another, and they reach there and they may cause the potential damage to these organs. And not only they pose danger to the human beings, but they can also be a problem for the microorganism and the other organism which are living in the soil and sea. For example, the marine life and the plants all are affected by them through bioaccumulation and bioaugmentation. Nanoparticles can be the cause of new class of persistent pollution called nanopollution. So this has a new class which has arisen, nanopollution. Still, there is a large gap of knowledge about the nature of interaction of nanoparticles with the environmental system, although the researches are going on, but still there is long gap. So that has to be fulfilled, and more researches are needed for that purpose. Then the future of nano solutions, as we have already talked, that lots of work is going on to find out the nano solutions. Designing of smart nanofilters and membranes to trap the carbon dioxide from the air, direct carbon capture, is in pipeline. Then next generation ultra efficient and low cost solar panels are in early stage of commercialization now. Already the studies have been done and they are already in the market, but more commercialization has to take place. Then high capacity nano batteries and supercapacitors are in developing stage, and they are going to be very useful for the efficient energy storage. Climate smart nano coatings with reflective type of properties and self healing properties to reduce the heat absorption in the cities and buildings. As you know, the temperature is increasing so much, so if these coatings can absorb some of the heat, then they are going to be very wonderful, and these are available, which will be commercialized in future. And of course, the researches are going on for the intelligent nanosensors for real-time monitoring of air as well as soil and ocean health. And here we are going to use the artificial intelligence. So with the help of artificial intelligence, the new type of nanosensors are being formed. Overall, it can be concluded that nanotechnology offers a powerful tool to fight climate change. This gives better results than the conventional technologies which are available to us right now. And it is a potential technology providing the sustainable solutions and alternatives to its earlier counterparts. These tiny innovations today could create a cleaner, safer and greener planet tomorrow. So they are the hope for a bright future. And although these are very small particles, the nano-sized particles, but they are making the big impact. So it seems the future is of nanotechnology, and these nano particles are going to help us in each and every field, and especially in the climate change. So this was all from my side, and if you like the content of the video, then please subscribe my channel so that you can see more such videos which may be quite informative for you. Thank you so much.